Hiya, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my 2016 favourites and a sort of like year in review for you. So I hope you had a wonderful new year, and as usual I'm a bit late to the party and everybody has already uploaded these videos, but I thought I would do one just the same and upload it anyway, even if it's a bit later than everyone else, so hopefully you enjoy it. I have done a sort of roundup post on my blog as well, so I'll link that below if you want to go and check that out, if you want to read this kind of thing instead. And this is going to be a bit different because I didn't do favourites on my blog, but this is mostly going to be favourites, which I've sort of divided down into a couple of different like sections, like fashion, beauty, life, that kind of stuff. And then at the end I'm just going to do sort of like a little roundup and hopes and wishes for 2017. The first category, so to speak, of things I'm going to talk about is fashion, which is basically some of the favourite things that I've bought this year. I've tried to do 5 for each category so I don't go off on a tangent on a million things. So this is my favourite things that I've either bought or worn this year, I've worn loads. So the first thing I have for you is a pair of boots, and admittedly I haven't worn these too many times, mainly because I'm worried of damaging them. And they are these beauties from Miss Selfridge. Now, early on in the year, they posted these on their Instagram from their press day, and I was like, I need these boots. So as soon as I heard that the autumn winter collection started coming in, I was on there every day trying to find these boots, and they finally came up and they were £85. I was like, oh, I can't justify £85 when I'm buying a house this year. So I waited till they had one of those 24% off days and I bought them on that day, so I think they were like £60, which is a bit more reasonable in my opinion. So yeah, they are these embroidered boots and I love them. I just need to wear them. My mission is to wear them a bit more. It's just because they're like suede and I don't want to damage them, and the embroidery is so delicate. But I will wear these more because they're too pretty to keep locked in the cupboard. Next up I have a jacket, and it is this faux suede one. I'll insert a picture of me wearing it because I have put it on my blog. I love this jacket. My mum bought it for me at the... what did I buy it? I think my mum gave me some Christmas money, not the year just gone, the year before, at the clothes show, so it is vintage, and I absolutely love this jacket. I wore it so much at the start of the year. I haven't worn it so much towards the end of the year because like you can't wear suede in rainy weather, and it hasn't been quite warm enough. I was wearing it sort of in the springtime. So yeah, I absolutely love this jacket and I'm sure it'll continue to be a favourite this year. One of my favourite bags that I bought this year, admittedly I haven't actually bought that many bags this year, but it is my Longchamp Le Pliage backpack. I don't know if I've pronounced any of that correctly, but I really wanted a sort of stylish-ish backpack to go to America with, and I'd seen this on... I can't remember where I'd seen it, but I really thought that this was a nice, easy backpack to wear. It fit quite a bit in it, it's not too bulky or anything like that. And I decided to buy it for the holiday, and I love this backpack. It's so lightweight, even though when it's got stuff in it, it still feels like it hasn't got anything in it. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite bags of the year, and I plan to use it a lot more next year because I haven't used it too much because I'm trying to use it when we're going on like days out and travel and stuff like that. But hopefully I'll use this more day to day this year, and it's really good because it folds up, so if you're travelling you can fold it up, pop it in your main bag and then just get it out when you need it, so I definitely would recommend this. In previous years I've never been that into velvet, and this year I went on a velvet like mission towards the end of the year, so I'd definitely say velvet is one of my favourite sort of trends or fabrics this year, and I've just picked out one random thing which is probably my favourite thing that I've bought, and it is a cold shoulder velvet studded top from Topshop, and this is a lot more expensive than I'd spend on a top because it was £45 and I think I had a 10% off code, but it still made it like £40, so it is a lot more than I would normally spend on one top, but I love it. And I do have a velvet haul video coming up as my next video, so if you want to see the other velvet beautiful pieces that I've picked up, then make sure you check that out. That should be my next video, so coming up like this week. But yeah, I absolutely love velvet this year, and I haven't been really into velvet before, but this year I was like everything velvet, and in like burgundies, navy blues, emerald greens. I have just loved it. Another purchase towards the end of this year that has been worn to death since I bought it is a camel sort of, I don't know what the material is, but a camel coat basically, sort of like a faux wool type coat. I wear this basically every day. I wear it all the time. I love this coat so much. This is from New Look, and I've been on the hunt for a camel coat for so long, and I couldn't find one that was in my price range or looked nice for the price, because they have amazing coats that are like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, but on the high street I hadn't seen a really nice camel coat that I really loved, and I spotted this one on New Look, and they had one, a discount code again. I love a good discount code. That's probably one of my favourites this year, discount codes. But this ended up being, I think, like £25, which is an absolute steal. So it's just a long, it comes to sort of like my knees maybe a bit longer, coat, like smart coat. It's just a really nice smart coat, and I love it, and it's probably the best purchase of the year maybe, because I do love this coat so much. So those were my fashion favourites. Now moving on to my beauty favourites. Benefit has been one of my favourite brands this year, and two things that I've absolutely adored from them this year is my Cheekathon palette. So it is, I have used this in videos before, but if you haven't seen it, it is a blush and bronzer palette, and it's got Dandelion, Hoola, Rockateur, Dallas and Coralista in it, and it is so good for the money, because I think a single one is like £23 or something, and this whole palette was £44, so, and they're full size products, so it's amazing value for money, and I love all of the shades in it so much, and it's definitely a purchase I'm glad I made, because I use it every day. The other Benefit product that I have adored this year is the Dew the Hoola, which is the liquid version of Hoola, and throughout the summer I use this every day to give me like an all over bronzed glow. It's really easy to use, and it gives a really nice colour, and I haven't used it in the past sort of 2 or 3 months, mainly because like the rest of me was so pale, it's unreal. It would have looked really weird with like a bronzed face and a really pale body, so I do need to get back on my tan game, because I am feeling extremely pale, but when I get back on it I will be using my Dew the Hoola, because it's really good liquid bronzer. The other liquid bronzer I would like to try that I was going to get last year but I went for this one instead is the Nars Laguna one. I have got the powder version of Nars Laguna, so I'd be interested to try the liquid version. So if you have tried it, then do let me know in the comments if you'd recommend it, because it is on my wish list. One of the makeup products that I've rediscovered this year is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. Now, I used to buy this. This was the only concealer I ever bought, and I know so many people rave about it, and it is an amazing concealer. But for some reason I'd stopped buying it, and I was buying the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer, and I was just starting to think, oh, I don't know if this Rimmel one is quite the right shade for me. I have the palest shade and it still looked a bit off, so I thought, oh, I'll re-buy the Collection one, and I don't know why I stopped buying this. I have no idea, because the Rimmel Wake Me Up, because it's sort of to wake you up and make you feel dewy and all of that, it's not probably the right formula for my skin, because I do have naturally really oily like T-zone. So this, because it's quite a matte formula, well, I think so anyway, it does seem to dry and give my skin a lot more matte look, and I think it's a better colour for my skin. So I'm really loving this again, because it is such a good product, and I'll definitely be rebuying it throughout 2017. A new mascara that I love, that I discovered thanks to Lydia Millen, is the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes So Couture mascara. It's a really good mascara, because when I buy mascaras I want them to really lengthen my lashes. I don't really want volume and like clumps and like thickness. I want my lashes to look uber long, and I hate when I buy a mascara and it's an ultimate failure, because I'm like, I just wasted money there, and it happens so often, so I'm quite wary about buying mascaras. But this one has been so worth the money, and I'll definitely repurchase it, because it makes my lashes look super long. A sort of category of products that I have loved this year are liquid lipsticks. So I massively got into liquid lipsticks this year, and I've tried a couple of different brands, and these are the ones that I've got and the ones that I love. So I haven't picked out all the shades because I've got multiple shades in these. I've just picked out a sample. So I love the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte. I think I've got like 5 or 6 of these. I love these so much. They may be my favourite formula out of all of these liquid lipsticks because they don't feel really drying, they don't crack, they last for ages, and I love them. And I think they're really quite cheap. I think they're about £9. I buy them from Beauty Bay, I think it is, so I'll leave a link below, but I would hugely recommend these. And their Instagram page is really good for checking out shades. I spend so long on there checking out shades. That's where I find all my recommendations, or like how I find out what shades I want to buy, because you obviously, I don't know how you swatch these, I don't know if they sell them in shops anywhere, but I just spend ages scouring Instagram to check out shades. So yeah, if you're not sure what shades to buy, check out Instagram. Another brand that I have got my hands on this year is my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've wanted to try these for so long, and obviously with the shipping and getting to the UK is a ball ache. So when we went to America this year, I managed to get my hands on 2, and I didn't want to buy more than 2 because I thought if I don't like them then that's a waste of money. So I just picked up 2, and I think I got Seraphine and I don't know what the other one is, but they're both amazing and I would definitely recommend those. I have also tried the Kylie liquid lipsticks, and this is Dolce and it looks really dried up, so I'm not sure about that. It probably isn't. No, it doesn't feel it when I open it. But I have Dolce K, Dolce K, I can't even remember what it's called, and Posy K, and I do really like these, but I do find these are the original ones, so like one of the earliest releases. So I am a bit worried because I do want to order some of the newer colours, but I am concerned because they changed the formula, and I'd be really worried that these ones would feel shit. I don't know, can I swear on my channel? I'm swearing on my channel, it's my channel. But I'd be worried that these wouldn't be as good a formula, so it'd make me feel bad about them. So I haven't ordered any more ones because I'm a bit dubious. But I may well order some in the future because I really like the look of Kristen, and I think it's called Kristen or Kirsten, something like that. And there's another one but I can't think of the name of it. So yeah, those liquid lipsticks, and then also the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Patina, and then the other one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really like bright orange, which is a really unusual colour for me, but it really worked when I had a tan, so I need to get a tan so I can wear that again. But yeah, Stila is another brand I really like. Oh God. Just chucked that by accident. I thought it was going to hit me in the face. I've lost my train of thought now. Yes, Patina is what I've got on my lips now. I don't know if I already mentioned that, but I do, so yes. Liquid lipsticks, big thumbs up. I also have some sort of general random stuff that I've liked, which I know I have mentioned in some of my monthly favourites throughout the year, but I've written them down. So if I'm looking down, that's because I've got a little notepad down here with all my notes on it. But the first thing is the Pandolly podcast. I've raved about this so much. If you haven't even listened to it and you enjoy like pop culture and like women's issues and stuff like that, it's amazing. You need to listen to it right now. I'll leave a link in the description box and go listen to it. They're on currently a Christmas break, well not a Christmas break, they're having like a New Year break, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life until they come back because it's so good. It comes out once a week and definitely listen to it. In terms of TV shows, I loved Scream, the TV series on Netflix. I was obsessed with that. I had to binge watch it, and you know, one of those series where you need to get to the next episode, I loved it so much. I think there's another series coming, so fingers crossed for that. And then Making a Murderer, I loved that, so interesting, and I definitely recommend, which you've probably already watched it, but I'd recommend anyway. And How to Get Away with Murder is another programme I loved. I'm still on season 2 because I have to wait till I'm with my mum to watch it because we watch it together, and it's a real problem because it's getting to all these juicy bits and I have to wait until I see her and we can watch like one episode at a time, so it's really stressful that I haven't watched it. So I need to get on to the rest of that because it's so good. So yeah, those are my TV recommendations and Netflix recommendations. One other little random thing is my Roberts radio. Since we moved into the house, I got Roberts radio for Christmas last year. I think I did a what I got for Christmas, which it would have been in, but yeah, the Roberts radio, we've got it in our kitchen, and I just love having it on when we're making dinner, or if there's no TV on in the house. I love having my radio on. It's just, I don't know, you know when you've got like a picture in your head of how your house will be when you get it? That's how I sort of pictured my house, because when I was a kid, we used to have a radio in the kitchen. It wasn't like a digital radio, obviously, because it was when I was a kid, so they didn't have them then. It was just a really basic radio, and I just used to have this memory of the radio being on and Mum and Dad just pottering around in the kitchen or doing housework, and I just love that, and that's what I wanted for my house. So I absolutely love having my radio on when we're cooking, or when we had people around over Christmas. People were in the living room, but then I was in and out of the kitchen cooking stuff and making food, and I had it on, and it was just nice going back in and out of the kitchen. There was just sound on in there, and all the Christmas music that was on, because it was a Christmas radio station, which was the best. Yeah, it was just lovely. So I love my Roberts radio so much, and it's probably one of my favourite things in the house. Speaking of the house, moving on to my general life favourite things that have happened this year. Obviously, top of the list, our house. So me and Luke have been together for 7 years. So last year to finally move in together was amazing, and I'm so pleased with our house. It's just in such a nice area. Like over Christmas, it just reminded me how much of a nice area it is, with everyone with their Christmas lights on around like where we live. And on when was it? It was on firework night. We stood in our window and we could watch, because there's like fields behind us, we could watch firework displays from our bedroom window, and it's just one of like those moments where you think, oh, I love this little house. And it honestly is like my favourite thing of the year. It took us a while to get in here. We got the keys in July and we didn't move in until September, because we did the bathroom up before we moved in, and it took a lot longer than we expected, but it was worth every minute because I love this little place. And yeah, so I'm thinking of maybe doing sort of like a first time buyers tips, or like things to think about type video. So that is I think that's in the pipeline, because I do want to do it. I have also mentioned I'm not sure about doing a house tour yet. I did, obviously, if you've watched my vlogmases, you'll have seen around the house and stuff, but there's certain things in the house that I'm not quite happy with yet. Like we haven't put any pictures up, and we're going to get a new sofa and little things like that. So I think I'm going to wait to do a house tour until there's stuff like I'm happy with, because like even in here there's no pictures up here, which we're planning to do, which I mentioned in my what I got for Christmas video. And then we're going to put some pictures out in the landing, and then some more pictures in the living room. So I think I'll wait until all those little bits are done, so I feel like it's more at home, because now all the Christmas decorations have come down, I feel like it's really, really bare. So yeah, a few more homely touches, and then a house tour will be coming your way. Also, speaking of the house and Christmas, Christmas this year, actual Christmas Day didn't really go to plan, so to speak, and it probably wasn't the best Christmas Day because of just various things, but the whole Christmas period being in this house together was amazing, and probably my favourite, or one of my favourite months of the year, because it's the first year that me and Luke have been able to spend the whole of Christmas together, from like the start of December all the way through to Christmas and New Year. And it's been so nice because we both really love Christmas, and a lot of our friends and family know that. We go to town, well, this is the first time we could go to town with the decorations. Like we bought all our own decorations and started our own Christmas traditions, and yeah, it just was amazing to be able to do that together and spend all the festive time together watching Christmas movies and eating crappy food and all the biscuits and the chocolates and hosting people. That was amazing. We hosted Luke's family on Boxing Day, my family on the 27th, on the 29th we had a couple of Luke's friends round, and then on New Year's Eve we hosted Luke's best friend and his girlfriend for New Year's Eve dinner. And it's just been amazing hosting people in our little house, because I feel so proud to host. Like I'm one of those, everyone thinks I'm kind of a feeder, because I'm always like, have you got enough food, have you got enough food, because I want people to come to my house and feel like welcomed and cosy and at home. So hopefully I've achieved that, and the Christmas period has just reminded me how much I want our house to be the best thing ever, because it already is the best thing ever, but I just want it to be like a nice little cosy place, and that we can host our friends and family in, because I really do love being like a little host. The trips that we went on this year have also been amazing. We went to Amsterdam in May. I think it was May, can't remember. That was for Luke's birthday present from me, and then we went to Santorini in July, and then I went to Salzburg in Austria with my mum in August for her birthday, and the birthday present that I paid for, and then we went to New England in America for a road trip in October, which was also for my mum's birthday, and there are vlogs of all of those trips on my channel, so I'll link all of those below. But they were just all amazing trips, and just even more so reminded me how much I want to travel and see the world basically. So hopefully, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that much travelling this year, because we've got a lot of like commitments at the moment to days off work and money, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a few, I say a few, we'll maybe be able to do 1 or 2 trips this year compared to like 4 last year, which is a shame, but we now have a house and I can't have everything. But if you know a way of winning the lottery, let me know, because it'd be much appreciated. One other random thing that I thought of that I really enjoyed is the Up at the O2 experience, where you walk over the O2. I did this with my family for Ronald McDonald House, which if you go to McDonald's in the UK and you put the little, I don't know if they have it in other countries, but you put the little money in the pennies in the little jar thing, and they used to have a little spinner thing when you're a kid where you put your money in, it spin round. I'm going off on a tangent now, but basically the Ronald McDonald charity that they have for McDonald's, they have these houses where people can go and stay if their family or their children aren't very well in hospital, and my cousins like needed the use of that, and since then they got massively involved in the whole Ronald McDonald charity, and my cousin now works with them as like a volunteer, like on their, I think he's on their board or something, and he through them could buy, because they have like sort of fundraising type activities where people donate tickets and then you pay for the ticket to do something, and all of the money goes to the charity. So they basically had these tickets to go and climb over the O2 and do that up thing, and we said that we would love to do it, so me and Luke went with a whole bunch of my family to go and walk over the O2, and the money all went to Ronald McDonald House. So that was an amazing thing to do, because it was with all my family and it was on a lovely day, and yeah, it was just a really, really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it if you are interested in doing something like that. It's a really good experience, and it was nice that we were doing it for charity. So yeah, that was just a random little thought that I had about, because I was trying to think of experiences that I've done this year aside from going on holiday, and that's the only thing I could really think of that I really enjoyed, that I remember doing. So yeah, I thought I'd slot it in. So those are all my favourites for over the year. I have done monthly favourites, so some of the things I have mentioned in my monthly favourites. So I did a January, February, March one, a April, May, June one, and a July, August, September one. I didn't do an October, November, December one, because if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that all my videos since Christmas have been a bit later than planned, like this video. So I didn't get around to doing that one as a separate video to this one. So yeah, I failed on that part, but this is my overall 2016 favourite, so hopefully that makes up for it. So yeah, those are all my favourite things from the past year anyway. In terms of 2017, I have mentioned this on my blog, so I'm just going to briefly say about it. But obviously I need to do the generic be healthier, because I tried to do exercise the past year, failed obviously, and I really need to drink more water and all that kind of stuff. I haven't eaten too badly in the past year. I have in the past couple of weeks, obviously because it's Christmas, but I have been eating quite well and not too much junk, so eating isn't too bad, but the water and the working out needs to pick up. I also really want to push harder with my YouTube and my blog, so I definitely want to try and get a new blog layout, so hopefully I can do that. With my YouTube, I want to try and do like more creative videos, and I want to try and use a new editing program so that I can edit a bit better, so I need to learn that, and then potentially getting a bit more equipment, so like, I don't know, microphone and stuff, I don't know. Just these are some little thoughts going on in my head about what I want to do with my YouTube and my blog at the moment, so hopefully I can do that, because with my blog, that was probably the worst year ever. In terms of posts for my blog, I was really, really bad at it last year, just because of like time, because everything was so consumed with looking for houses and buying the house and sorting stuff out for the house. It just wiped out so much of my time, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this year I can do better with my blog and my YouTube. In terms of like personal goals, I want to do better in my career, so I want to progress my career and sort of reach a bit more of my potential, because I think I need to push for some new challenges, and I also want to travel as much as I can, as I've mentioned before. So we'll see how that pans out. I also want to make, as I mentioned before again, I want to make our home our own, so I definitely want to do a bit more like home touches, because I think we've got like the bare bones in here, but we need some pictures and just a bit more making it our own, because at the moment it's all quite white and plain, and I just want some bit of colour and bit more personality in here. And the two other random ones that I thought of, what I need to do this year is text people back more, or reply to people in general, because if people email me or tweet me or text me or WhatsApp me, or I don't know, leave me a comment, I am absolutely diabolical at replying, and I'm well known for it, and I am just shit. I'm constantly apologising to people, saying, oh sorry I haven't replied, oh sorry I haven't replied, and if I'm deadly honest with you, it's because I don't want to hold a conversation, because I'm lazy, basically. I don't want the person to text back straight away and then have a question for me and I have to hold a conversation. So I think if I leave it, then I don't have to have a conversation. And that is an awful thing to say, but that is the truth. So I just avoid texting people back. Not because I don't like them. I love the people that are texting me and tweeting me and leaving me comments. All amazing. But I'm just lazy and I need to get my bum into gear and just reply to people. So yeah, that's probably a big goal for this year. And finally, I want to read more, because I have had no time to read this year, and me and Luke keep saying we'll come up to bed a bit earlier and we'll do some reading, and Luke bought himself a Kindle this year, so he also wants to get into reading a bit more, because he borrowed my mum's Kindle when we went away on holiday, and then thought, oh, it's actually really good having a Kindle, so we both need to get into reading more, because I love reading, and when I got the train to work I used to read so much, and now I drive I don't read at all, so I definitely want to read more and just take a lot more in, because as well, like on the Pandolly podcast, I refer to this a lot because I feel like it's a bit of a life bible for me these days, but they read so much on there, and it just inspires me to want to read more and just expand my mind and just in general read a lot more. Hello? Are you coming in or not? Sorry, Lou's just coming in the door, wanted to say hello. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and hopefully my future videos will be, I don't know, of better quality. I'm just going to try and work on my editing and stuff like that, because I am the ultimate editing avoider. That is one of my key problems. I love filming the video when I'm actually doing it, and I love the end result, but I avoid editing like the plague. So I need to get into the editing more, because I do love so many people's videos, how slick they look and how nice they are. So this will be the year of no editing avoiding and better editing in general. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button. That would be pretty awesome of you. And if you already subscribed, then, did I say subscribe weird? I don't know. I think I'm talking too fast and my brain and my mouth can't keep up with each other. If you already subscribed, then thank you very much. Thank you for sticking around, and hopefully we can enjoy 2017 together and you continue watching my videos. That would be amazing, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.